So when I was a student at Forest, I came in as a junior. I came in from Vanguard and I transferred in as a junior to Forest. And so as a junior, this was, when people a lot of the time say that junior year is the hardest year of high school. And so that's kind of the temperature I came in at Forest. And it was very stressful coming to a new school where the pace is really, really, really starting to pick up and kind of peak. When I came in at Forest, all of my friends had been to Forest, and so I heard so many things. And while I was nervous, I was also very excited to kind of get into this school. The culture itself was very different from the culture at the IB program at Vanguard, and it was something I was really looking forward to. The thing that I remember the most was definitely my classes. I took probably between my junior and senior year, 5 to 6 AP classes, and almost all of them were with the Crawfords, between APUSH, AP Gov, Macro, Comparative Politics. So when I think of my time at Forest High School, and as funny as this is, I really do think of the Crawfords because they were my main teachers here and they made such an impact on me. So that's what I think of. When I was leaving Forest as a student, I didn't expect myself to be a teacher, to be perfectly honest. My whole family has been in education forever. And when I was a teenager, it was like a little part of my rebellion to say, oh, I'm not going to be a teacher, and kind of almost resist that. As I got into college, I was not studying to be a teacher, but I realized kind of my junior, senior year of college that this might be something I want to pursue, and it was a great decision for me. I love being a teacher so much, but leaving Forest, I didn't have this expectation for me. So coming into Forest as a teacher was really surreal. The expectations that I had that I was going to do when I was leaving as a student is completely different to what I'm doing right now. And it was just really surreal. I to be honest, because I didn't think I was going to be a teacher. I didn't think I was ever going to come back to Forest. I thought I was going to move away from Ocala, like out of state, and really like not have an opportunity to come back here really. So being able to walk the halls of Forest again as a different role, I think was really special. And because as a student, I only got 2 years here, I think it really has enabled me to appreciate the school a lot more than I did as a student. When I was a student here, and I was very enveloped in the AP world when I was a student here, but not nearly as much as the current students today are. The current students push themselves more than I have ever seen, and it is so just completely, utterly impressive to me how hard the students today push themselves when it comes to the vigor of their classes, the responsibility of their classes, not only of their classes, but just their outside obligations as well, outside of the classroom. It, like, no word short of it completely impresses me. I think it is something that's incredible. And so that is something that has changed for sure for the better. Not saying that when I was in school, we didn't have that rigor, but now it's a different level. It's a different level entirely. Now, when I was in school, our pep rallies were better. Our pep rallies were better than your pep rallies. We were louder. Our pep rallies were crazy. And now I go and I see the seniors sitting down and I'm like, oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh. As a teenager, I was extremely shy and extremely extremely introverted. I perceived myself as like incredibly awkward teenager. I'm sure everyone does, but I definitely did. And so coming back to school, where I think my younger self would look at me and be like, I don't even recognize this lady. Because when I was younger, presenting a class project or presenting a project in class was mortifying to me. So the fact that I do that every single day, multiple times a day, I think my younger self would be crazy impressed, and not just impressed. I think my younger self would definitely be confused. Be like, first of all, why are you a teacher? Second of all, how are you doing this? I changed so much going into college. I found my self-confidence. I found all these little personality traits that I maybe wasn't aware that I had. And so I think my younger self would just be in awe, shocked, definitely very confused, but I think all in a good way.
Is that going to be a fond memory?
Oh my gosh, of course it's going to be a fond memory. Are you kidding me?